Hi, everybody.
Hey, you beat me to it.
I did.
It's Thursday morning. Sure. No, it's not. It's
No.
Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Well,
You're confused.
it's Thursday morning on the West Coast.
Thursday morning somewhere.
Yes, it's 1 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, we should write a song about that.
That's a great idea.
And then play it at 5 o'clock. But
we're here.
This is Opposite Saxes, and we're here every week, and we really enjoy all the comments that we get from you, and we're glad that you're following the show. And some of you are even taking the time to like it and to send comments, and we're really thrilled about that, because it means a lot. It means a lot to us, and it also means a lot to our good friend Christine Dean, who is our networking diva. And Christine does all things related to marketing and websites and helping you improve your personal or your business presence on the internet. She can even help you with podcasting. She's a great lady, a great source. You could reach out, get a free consultation, and let her look at your website, and she'll say looks good, or she'll say, I might suggest that maybe you just tweak this by doing this or this. She's a very nice lady. She's a sponsor of this show. We love her to death. Thank you, Christine, very much.
We do love her. Thank you, Christine.
We got into a discussion this past week about, we
didn't get into a discussion.
Well, it's been
we got into okay. We tell in front of the kids, we say discussion. What we really mean is an argument.
An argument?
We do occasionally argue.
No, it's discussing.
Okay.
If
that's what you prefer to think of it as, that's
heavily
fine.
Discussing.
Yeah.
Borderline debating.
Yeah.
But we every 10 years since we've been married, we moved about every 10 years. Our first house back in Flossmoor, 10 years later, we moved to Florida. We lived in that house for 10 years. Then we moved to the Keys. We lived there for 10 years. And then we relocated to Texas. And lo and behold, this is our 10th year. And so we have occasionally been talking about, what are we going to do? Is it 10 years is up, and do we start thinking about moving again? And if we're going to move, how are we going to change, upsize, downsize, go from a house, which we have only been in houses. Really, the very first place we had was a townhouse.
No. Well, the first place we had, it was a rental apartment when we first got married.
Yeah. And then we went into our first house that we had was a townhouse, but it's been single family homes ever since. And now we gaze into the great unknown, and we say, what's next? Another townhouse, a high-rise apartment, or a high-rise condo.
Well, but the first thing
before a retirement community,
before you start everybody's tongues wagging and everybody thinking they've missed something along the way, or what are we talking about? We haven't decided to move.
No, we haven't.
This is just
the discussion came up because we realized that
if we ever did,
are approaching 10 years in this current house. And that has been our basic operating procedure. It's like every 10 years we move.
Yeah, but in this case, we have downsized. We are in a nice, manageable house, except for the outside, which isn't so manageable because it's more landscape than what I would like.
It's not that much. I mean,
it's not that much because you're not pulling the weeds. You're not pruning the bushes. Well, a little bit.
One of the discussions we're having right now is downsizing our backyard from real grass to artificial.
Well, see, there you go. That's right.
So that was one of the discussions. Okay, well, if we're going to stay here, let's try and do a little bit less. So, we've already eliminated the problem of mulch around the garden areas by putting down crushed granite, which we highly recommend because it doesn't wash away when it rains, and crushed granite it looks nice.
It does wash away a
little.
little bit, but not to the extent that
Not
regular
like mulch,
does.
because mulch is lightweight,
Yeah.
and if it rains heavily, it washes. But that little grassy area, we thought, well, we don't want to have to, it doesn't grow real well because of the sun pattern. So, maybe we'll just replace it with artificial grass.
Or there's always green cement, which
green cement
would be fine with me. Just cement over everything. The HOA wouldn't like it, but
in fact, I even asked about a putting green, because we don't have a real large backyard, and it would make a nice little 3-hole putting green.
Yeah, that.
And then we saw
doable.
the material in it and thought, I don't know. We'll just go with the fake Bermuda grass.
Well, at any rate, we did get into a little tip, teeny tiny.
Well, yeah. I mean, and at the same time,
why did we? Do you remember why?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
Oh my God. But you remember that we had an argument.
No. It was a discussion.
A discussion.
I said, somebody said to us, well, how long have you been in Frisco? And I said, it's going to be 10 years this fall. And when I said 10 years this fall, then I remembered that about every 10 years we relocated.
So having said that,
I just did.
And being Mrs. Dirt Devil, yes, you did. And being Mrs. Dirt Devil says, we haven't cleaned out the garage in a long time. And if you're going to even think about downsizing, you better get rid of some of this stuff, because it can't go to the next place, wherever that might be, even if it's 2 blocks down.
Well, that's a very, very valid point, is because very often, and probably a lot of you that are watching and listening have experienced this, you decide you're going to move, whether you're upsizing, downsizing, but you pack up everything that you have and you move it. You pay to have it moved. And then you get to your new location and you unpack it and you realize, why did we bring this along? Let's just get rid of it. And you're better off doing all of that before you move, because you'll save in the long run by doing that. So yeah, you're right. And
what?
You're right.
Come again?
She's right.
So then why didn't we end up in the garage?
When?
Weekend? Today, yesterday, the day before?
Because I found something else that I felt was more important to do. I mean, never do today what you can put off until tomorrow. Isn't that the phrase?
You might think it is. I don't think it is.
but I did realize that I had 3 grass clippers. Or hedge trimmers.
If you had gone and cleaned out the garage.
That's right.
Excuse me, you would have seen that.
Actually, I got 4, because I got a little handheld one. And you say to yourself,
2 rakes.
Yeah, two rakes, and we probably have 4 brooms. A large janitor broom and a couple of small brooms, and a little hand broom,
3 mops.
Yeah.
I mean, how clean can you be?
I mean, we own 4 ladders and probably 3 step stools, and you start to realize, you don't use all of them. Whenever you need a step stool, you go back and use the same step stool. So what are the other 2 doing?
Right.
We have 2 really nice director's chairs that have been hanging on the wall in the
They look very nice hanging there.
Yeah, they take up an area of prominence in the garage, and they're really nice. We had them in the store. We used them for display, and they're really comfortable. And we probably should use them, but
where are you going to use them?
I don't know, but you never can tell.
It's just because you're sentimental about things like that.
I have a hard time separating yourself. That it's a separation anxiety syndrome.
Well, you better start thinking about what we're going to do with your toy chest that we've had since you were
4 years old, and it has my name on it. And when I wake up one day and it appears with somebody else's name, then I'll get rid of it.
Maybe your grandson would like it, because it was his pops.
It's got my name on it.
Well, but it was his pops when he was a baby.
I can see looking at us and saying, why are you giving this to me for? You know, he doesn't have toys much
Well, they
anymore.
got a lot of Legos. Let me tell you, they could probably use that storage.
Well, he did,
He still
but he
does.
doesn't use them.
Oh, he
Doesn't
does.
use them that much because everything is under his thumb.
No. He still does Lego,
But
Minecraft and stuff.
yeah. But I mean, downsizing is something that you think about. Case in point, open up your cabinets sometime in coffee cups. We've got glass coffee cups. We've got China coffee cups that we got from our Uncle Mac, because he bought them for the nursing homes that he was in the nursing home business. And they're these very nice
really
white China coffee
We're not
cups
giving
with
those
like,
away.
so you don't want to give those
No.
away. You've got glass coffee mugs with matching saucers
And
that we have not used in. I think we
never
packed them.
used them.
I think we packed them up from the last house. We unpacked them and stored them here, and we haven't used them here. And in the meantime, I've got my regular go-to China, or clay, whatever you want, coffee mugs.
Everyday mugs.
Yeah, my regular, coffee mugs that I use for every occasion. And that's my go-to. But you got all those coffee mugs. Then you open up and you've got like dessert plates.
That's right.
20 different kinds of dessert plates.
I wouldn't say 20, but
Okay.
I would say we do have 20 dessert plates.
And if some people come over, you use the same dessert plates.
That's why it's about time we get some new ones and chuck the other ones. But I don't think, you see, when we were younger, and I'm sure you all can relate to this, for those that have extended families, we would have our family come over, the kids would bring friends in, and so you'd end up with 12 to 14 people. So what did I get? Sometimes I got settings for enough people for like 18 people, and I still have those settings. And when we go to buy new now, which we need to, what do we need? 10?
Because we only have
8?
We only our glass plates.
Nobody comes over anymore. Nobody has dinner parties
salad
anymore.
Plates and bowls and
Right.
silverware. We have settings for 24 people, probably.
Oh, yeah. If not more, because then I have the good China. But
Which
that's just the bad China.
that gets used on
But that's
Thanksgiving.
what I'm saying. I mean, and this is a throwaway society. Everybody's using paper. Please, I hope my mother in heaven doesn't hear this. But she was never a fan of paper. But it's different. It's just different. People don't get together for dinner parties anymore, big parties. And when they do, it's paper, it's throwaway. So you don't need all of that.
Then maybe we'll get rid of some of our good china and our everyday dishes, and we'll invest in Chinette.
No. China doesn't last that long. I mean, you use it, you throw it away. Think of the money you're spending. Think of the money you're spending on paper or China.
I kind of think about the money I'm saving by not having to invest in new.
Oh my gosh, no, you're wrong.
So I guess that one ain't gonna work, and that's why the show's called Opposites.
And that's why we don't throw anything away, because one wants one thing and one wants the other.
And that's probably why we're not going to be downsizing anytime soon. So if you're ever in the Frisco area, we're gonna
stop by. We have plenty of place settings.
Address.
Yeah, well, we have plenty of place settings to eat with. So
and you might want to comment on our new artificial grass in the backyard, because that'll be an upgrade.
That's like saying, come over and see our new washing machine and dryer. Who does that?
People that are retired, nothing else to do. Yeah, hey, you want to come over? We'll order a pizza and look at our new washer and dryer.
Oh boy.
Or somebody says, why don't you come over to our house and we'll show you our washer and dryer first, because it's got some really neat features. And sometimes that's how you determine what washer and dryer you're going to get. But we don't need a new washer and dryer, do we?
No, we got a new TV.
Yeah, got a new TV.
They'll have to come to see the new TV.
Yeah, that's an upgrade.
Yeah. We probably won't go anywhere because he'll be in front of the new TV.
Right.
Forever and ever.
Yeah. But when I'm finished, I'll go out in the backyard and I'll sit and look at my artificial grass grow. So But you make it a point to come back and don't downsize our show. Come back and see us in full
They know.
full view. Okay,
They know.
go out and make it a good one and come back. We'll see you then.
See ya.
Bye.